In the dark, endless stretches of space, far beyond the busy systems of the galaxy, a small human scout ship moved silently. Its hull reflected the faint light of distant stars, and inside, the crew monitored their instruments with careful eyes. For months, humans had stayed at the edges of known space, mapping, exploring, always watching. Yet, nothing had prepared them for what they were about to find. A soft beep echoed in the control room. Lieutenant Mara, the communications officer, leaned forward. "Captain, I'm picking up a faint distress signal. It's coming from a planet, at the outer rim. The signal is weak, almost lost in the cosmic noise." Captain Jaren, a seasoned leader with silver streaks in his hair and eyes that had seen countless battles, frowned. "Outer rim? That's territory no one touches. All the alien empires have abandoned that system years ago. The planet is supposed to be dead." Mara's fingers danced over the console. "It's real, sir. Someone, or something, is alive down there. But the signal, it's desperate." Jaren's jaw tightened. He looked at his crew, Engine Officer Toma, Weapons Specialist Rena, and Navigator Sol. They've been left to die. The galaxy doesn't care. It's weak worlds like this that no one notices. But humans don't turn away. A quiet murmur of agreement ran through the crew. They had heard countless stories of planets ignored, of civilizations abandoned because they were too weak, too small, or too unimportant to matter to the greater galactic powers. And now this one called out to them. The human ship changed course. Stars blurred past as the engines roared quietly in space. Outside, the planet appeared as a dark, dying orb, barely visible through the faint haze of cosmic dust. Its surface was scarred, broken by long years of neglect and forgotten wars. Inside the ship, tension built. "Sensors are picking up life forms, survivors," Mara said. "But they are hiding. They're scared. Very scared." Jaren nodded. "That fear, it tells us something. The galaxy left them to die for a reason. But we are not the galaxy. We act differently. Prepare for landing." The crew worked quickly. Rena checked the ship's defenses, ensuring weapons were ready but restrained. "I don't want to start a fight unless we have to," she said, "but we'll be ready for anything." Toma calibrated the engines and landing thrusters. "Planet's atmosphere is thin. Rough terrain. It's going to be a tricky descent." Sol, plotting the course, added, "Scouts indicate no alien patrols nearby. That's unusual. If the galaxy ignored this planet, there should be scavengers. Nothing. Too quiet." The ship began its descent. The broken surface of the planet stretched beneath them. Cities reduced to rubble, towers leaning like broken teeth, forests blackened or overgrown. This world had been forgotten, left to rot, abandoned to the cruel indifference of the galaxy. Yet humans never turned away. The landing was rough but precise. Dust and debris kicked up in clouds around the ship. The crew stepped onto the surface, their boots crunching over ash and cracked stone. Silence greeted them, thick and heavy. The wind carried a faint, sorrowful sound, like whispers of a past long dead. Then Mara froze. "Captain, sensors are detecting something unusual. Something alive, but not moving. Not normal life forms." Jaren squinted at the horizon. Shadows shifted between the ruined buildings. Something moved, but they could not see it clearly. Something watched. Something that had survived alone, in hiding while the galaxy turned its back. Rena's hand rested on her weapon, ready. "It's waiting for us." Jaren's voice was steady, calm, but carried a weight that made the crew tense. "Whatever it is, it doesn't know us yet. And we're not here to fight, not yet. We're here to save." The shadows shifted again, faster this time. The wind carried a low hum, a vibration in the ground that the crew could feel through their boots. It was not an animal. Not like anything they had ever seen. Something old. Something dangerous. Mara's fingers hovered over the communicator. "Captain, the survivors. They're hiding somewhere. We can't see them. They must be terrified." Jaren nodded. "We proceed carefully. We move slowly. Every step we take, every sound we make, they are watching." The crew advanced, scanning, alert, hearts pounding. The planet had been left to die, abandoned by the galaxy, yet humanity had answered the call. And as they moved deeper into the ruins, a strange, unseen force stirred. Something that had been sleeping for years, waiting, watching, waiting for the first humans to arrive. The unexpected war had already begun. The human crew moved cautiously through the ruined streets of the abandoned planet. Dust hung thick in the air, and the faint glow of a dying sun barely lit the landscape. Broken buildings leaned against each other like old bones, and the wind carried whispers of the planet's past, voices of those who had once lived here now long gone. Captain Jaren led the team, his eyes scanning every shadow. "Keep your eyes open," he said. "The galaxy may have left this place, but we're not alone. Something is here." Lieutenant Mara checked the scanners again. "There are signs of life, sir. Small, scattered. They're hiding, terrified." Weapons specialist Rena nodded, keeping her rifle ready. Scavengers? Predators? Or something worse? The crew pressed on, following the faint life signals. Every step seemed to echo through the silent city. Broken walls and empty windows gave them the feeling of being watched. And they were. Shadows shifted in the distance, moving too quickly, too carefully to be human. Finally, they found the first survivors, small alien figures crouched in a crumbling shelter. Their eyes were wide with fear and their bodies trembled. They spoke in whispers, words broken and strange. One of the aliens, a child no older than 10, peeked around the corner, staring at the humans with awe and terror. Mara knelt, keeping her voice soft and gentle. "We're not here to hurt you. We want to help." The aliens hesitated, then slowly stepped forward. The adults carried injuries, their clothes torn and dirty, their skin marked by sickness and starvation. They had survived here for years, hiding, hoping someone, anyone, would come. And now humans were standing before them. Captain Jaren motioned to his crew. "Get supplies ready. Food, water, medical kits. They've suffered long enough." As the humans helped the survivors, a low vibration shivered through the ground. The crew froze. Rena raised her rifle. "Something's coming." From the shadows between the ruined buildings, strange movements appeared. Twisted metal shapes, remnants of old alien machines, stirred as if awakened from a long sleep. The survivors screamed, huddling close to the humans. Jaren's calm voice cut through the panic. "Stay close. Don't run. Watch and follow my lead." The machines advanced slowly at first, then faster, moving with a strange intelligence. Their eyes, or what looked like eyes, glowed faintly red. The planet's abandoned defenses had not been entirely useless. Some unknown force had kept them active, waiting for intruders. Rena aimed at the nearest machine. "Shall we open fire?" Jaren shook his head. "Not yet. We don't know what they want. Watch their movements. Learn them." The crew studied the machines, realizing they were not attacking blindly. They seemed to guard something, perhaps the survivors or the planet itself. Whatever it was not expecting humans to arrive. Mara whispered, "They're watching us. Testing us." The humans moved carefully, circling the machines and keeping the survivors safe. The tension was unbearable. Every creak of metal, every gust of wind sounded like a threat. Suddenly, one of the child survivors pointed at a ruined tower. It moves," he stammered. The humans followed his gaze. On top of the tower, a massive shadow stirred. Its shape was unclear, but it radiated power. Something alive, or almost alive, was watching them from above. Captain Jaren's eyes narrowed. "This is bigger than we thought. Whatever controls this planet, it's not just the machines. Something else is here." The crew realized the galaxy had left this world to die for a reason. It had not been empty. Danger had been hiding, waiting for the careless. But humans did not retreat. Humans did not abandon those in need. Jaren turned to the survivors. "You are safe now. But we cannot stay here long. Something is coming and we need a plan." The child tugged at Mara's sleeve, looking up with frightened eyes. Will they hurt us?" Mara smiled gently. "Not if we are careful. You are safe with us. We will protect you." As the sun dipped behind the ruined horizon, the shadow above the tower shifted again. It moved closer, silently waiting. The planet's hidden guardian, or perhaps its weapon, was waking. The humans had arrived, but the war for this forgotten world was only beginning. And in the silence that followed, the crew of the human ship knew one thing for certain. The galaxy may have turned its back, but humanity would not fail. Not here. Not now. Not ever. The first real danger was no longer hidden. And the humans were ready. The ruined city seemed quiet at first, but the humans knew better. Every shadow, every creaking wall could hide danger. Captain Jaren led his crew through the streets with careful steps. The survivors huddled close, eyes wide, trusting the humans but still trembling from years of fear. Lieutenant Mara checked the scanners again. "There's movement ahead, sir. Multiple life forms, not like anything we've seen before. They're watching us." Rena adjusted her rifle. "Aliens? Machines? Or something else entirely?" Jaren's jaw tightened. "Doesn't matter. Stay alert. We move as one. Protect the survivors at all costs." The first sign of trouble came as a low rumble underfoot. Dust and rubble shifted, and the faint glow of red eyes appeared from broken buildings. The machines that had stirred yesterday were no longer alone. Shadows moved between the ruins, fast and silent. The humans were being surrounded. Rena whispered, "They're too coordinated. This isn't random, they're organized." Before anyone could react further, one of the machines lunged from the rubble, metal arms swinging. It was fast, stronger than it looked, and nearly knocked Mara off her feet. Rena fired, striking the machine's sensors. Sparks flew, but it didn't fall. The machine paused, studied them, and then advanced again. Captain Jaren's calm voice cut through the chaos. "Form a circle. Protect the survivors. Watch their movements." The humans moved with precision. Despite being outnumbered, they stayed together, predicting the machine's attacks, dodging, striking where it hurt the most. Each crew member had a role. Rena used the environment to trap the machines, Toma disabled them with clever tricks, Mara coordinated movements, and Jaren led them like a conductor guiding an orchestra. The survivors watched, amazement and fear in their eyes. These humans, they fought differently. Not brute force, not reckless courage, but strategy, teamwork, and intelligence. Then came the real shock. From the shadows of a collapsed tower, a massive figure emerged. Unlike the machines, this one was alive, or something very close to life. Its shape was humanoid but taller, faster, and terrifying. Its skin looked like black metal fused with living tissue, and glowing veins ran across its body. It moved with silent precision, observing the humans, calculating. Mara gasped. "Captain, what is that thing?" Jaren didn't answer. He only nodded to his crew. "We adapt. We survive. That's all we can do." The creature moved forward, each step deliberate. It did not attack immediately but circled them, testing, gauging their strength. It was a hunter and they were its prey, at least for now. Rena fired carefully at the creature's glowing chest, but her bullets bounced off harmlessly. Toma looked around and noticed a network of broken cables connected to the city's ruins. The machines, they respond to it. It's controlling them. Jaren's eyes narrowed. Then we remove the controller. Find the core, disable it, and these machines are nothing. The humans spread out, working together like a single organism. Mara guided the survivors to safety while Rena and Toma created diversions. The creature struck fast, shattering walls and debris in its path, but the humans stayed calm, moving with precision. Hours, or what felt like hours, passed in tense silence broken by sudden clashes. The humans were learning, adapting. The creature, frustrated, began using the machines more aggressively, exposing itself each time it gave orders. Finally, Toma spotted a weak point, a glowing console buried under rubble. "Captain, that's the control core. Hit it and the machines will stop." Jaren nodded. "Mara, cover him. Rena, with me. Let's finish this quickly." They moved as one. Rena distracted the creature with gunfire while Jaren and Toma sprinted toward the console. Sparks flew, metal twisted, and the control core hummed ominously. With one precise strike, the humans disabled it. The machines froze, motionless like puppets with their strings cut. The creature roared in frustration, a sound that shook the ruins. It lunged at them one last time, but Jaren used its momentum, dodging skillfully and sending it crashing into the rubble. For a moment, silence returned. The survivors stared in awe. The humans had survived a threat no one else dared face. The galaxy had abandoned this world, leaving it to die, yet humanity had arrived and turned the tide. Mara looked at the creature's fallen form. "Captain, what was that thing?" Jaren shook his head. "Something the galaxy forgot. Something they didn't want anyone to see. But now we know. And we are not afraid." As the humans gathered the survivors, the wind shifted, carrying a new, strange vibration. The planet was far from safe. More threats might awaken. More dangers might be hidden in its ruins. But the humans were ready. They had survived the first real attack. The hidden threat had been revealed. The war for this forgotten world had begun. And humanity would not falter. The planet's ruins were silent again, but the humans knew better. The first wave of machines had been defeated, but the air still carried tension. Captain Jaren looked over his crew, eyes sharp. "We've seen the threat. Now it's time to act. We strike, but carefully." Lieutenant Mara nodded. "The survivors are safe for now. But the planet isn't. There could be more machines, or worse." Rena checked her weapons, tightening straps and testing systems. "Whatever comes next, we'll be ready." Toma studied the scanners. "The main control hub is beneath the largest tower in the city. That's where the remaining machines are coming from. If we take it out, we control the battlefield. Jaren's jaw set. Then that's our target. Mara, lead the survivors to the safe zone near the landing site. Rena and Toma with me. We go to the hub. Let's move. The streets were full of shadows. Broken towers loomed above them, and the wind carried the faint hum of distant machinery. Every step felt dangerous, every corner a potential trap. But humans did not hesitate. As they approached the largest tower, the ground trembled. From the rubble emerged a new wave of machines. Sleek, faster, and armed with strange energy weapons. The crew froze for a moment, but Jaren's calm voice rallied them. We expected this. Stay focused. Watch each other. Protect the survivors. Rena fired with precision, targeting the joints and weak points of the machines. Sparks flew and metal twisted, but more machines continued to advance. They were relentless. Toma whispered to Jaren, Captain, they're reacting faster this time. Something controls them. The hub, we have to reach it before they adapt. The crew moved quickly, using the ruins as cover. Jaren directed the battle like a strategist, predicting enemy movements and guiding his team. They avoided direct confrontation when possible, using traps, collapsing walls, and clever diversions to slow the machines. The survivors watched from a distance, hearts pounding. This was no ordinary rescue. Humans were fighting not just for themselves, but for an entire forgotten planet. They moved like shadows themselves, striking with intelligence and unity. Finally they reached the tower. Its entrance was blocked by debris and automated defenses. Toma quickly scanned the controls. I can override the outer barriers, but it will take a few minutes. Cover me. Rena took position, her rifle aimed, while Mara prepared emergency supplies. The machines hesitated outside the tower, unsure, reacting slowly to the humans' strategic moves. Inside the tower, the control hub waited. Its energy core pulsed with a faint red light, controlling the machines across the city. Jaren examined it, eyes calculating. This is it. One strike and we take control. The machines outside sensed the activity and surged forward, attacking the tower with full force. Sparks flew, metal groaned, and debris fell. Yet the humans stayed calm. Jaren coordinated, giving precise commands, each action carefully timed. Toma activated the override, sending a pulse through the hub. The machines outside froze mid-motion, caught in a moment of confusion. Rena used the opportunity, striking the hub with a focused blast. Red light faded to black. The machines collapsed lifeless. For a moment, silence returned. Dust hung in the air, mixing with the faint light of the dying sun. The humans had won the first major battle. The city was quiet, the hidden threat temporarily defeated. Mara breathed deeply. We did it, at least for now. Jaren's eyes scanned the horizon. This is just the beginning. The galaxy may have turned its back, but humans do not. We have shown strength, strategy, and courage. And the survivors? They will rebuild. They will know hope. The alien survivors emerged from their hiding spots, stepping carefully toward the humans. Their eyes were filled with awe and gratitude. You saved us, one whispered. Jaren shook his head gently. We didn't just save you. We showed that humanity stands unbroken. The galaxy may forget worlds, but humans never forget those in need. As the humans prepared to move the survivors to safer ground, the sky above darkened. Distant ships appeared on the horizon, alien patrols returning, likely drawn by the sudden activity. They would not ignore this world for long. Rena gritted her teeth. More coming. And they won't be as easy to stop. Jaren placed a hand on her shoulder. Then we prepare. Humans never back down. We strike first, strike smart, and survive. That is what we do. The planet had tested them. It had revealed hidden dangers, deadly machines, and creatures that the galaxy had abandoned. But humanity had prevailed. And this victory, though small, sent a message across the stars. Humans fight not just for themselves but for those left behind. The war for the forgotten planet had begun in earnest. And humanity would not stop until it was won. The victory on the abandoned planet had sent ripples far beyond its ruined cities. Far across the galaxy, in the towering chambers of alien councils and among fleets patrolling distant systems, observers noticed something unusual. Small human ships, long considered harmless traders and explorers, had acted where no one else dared. They had struck fear into the abandoned machines of a forgotten world, and survived. In the observation room of the Zereth Empire, holographic screens displayed the activity on the Outer Rim planet. The Supreme Commander leaned forward, his 4 eyes narrowing. Report, he demanded, voice cold and sharp. An advisor, trembling slightly, replied, "Commander, it's the humans. They landed on the abandoned world of Valerian and neutralized all hostile forces. The survivors, they saved them." "Impossible," the commander snapped. "Humans? Those fragile, emotional creatures? They should have perished." "They adapted," another officer whispered. "Their strategies, they're different. Efficient, coordinated, even brave. They fight in ways we did not anticipate." Far away in the Grand Galactic Council, murmurs spread like wildfire. Alien leaders, once dismissive of humanity, began exchanging worried glances. "This changes everything," one whispered. "We can no longer ignore them." Back on Valerian, Captain Jaren and his crew had settled briefly. The survivors were moving towards safer areas near the landing site. The humans repaired what they could, reinforcing shelters, providing food, and teaching basic defenses. The planet's once terrified inhabitants looked upon the humans with awe. Lieutenant Mara observed the horizon. "Sir, sensors detect multiple fleets approaching. Alien patrols, larger than any we've encountered before." Jaren's jaw tightened. "They've noticed us. The galaxy always notices when humans act. But we expected this. We will not cower. We strike smart, not reckless." Rena adjusted her weapons. "They'll have numbers. We'll need strategy, speed, and precision." Toma studied the approaching ships on the scanner. "They're sending scouts first, testing the defenses. They don't understand what they're facing yet." Jaren looked at the planet, the ruined city stretching behind them. "They underestimated this world. They underestimated the humans. And that is their mistake. We fight not just to survive, but to show the galaxy that humanity cannot be ignored." In the sky, alien patrols drew closer, sleek ships glinting under distant starlight. The humans remained calm, preparing carefully, not panicking. Every move was calculated. Every decision mattered. The survivors watched in awe. They had never seen humans like this before, brave, calm under pressure, and filled with a determination that transcended fear. One of the aliens, a survivor named Lyra, approached Jaren. Why do you help us? The galaxy left us to die. Why?" Jaren placed a hand on her shoulder. "Because we are humans. We don't abandon those in need. We fight for what is right, not for power or glory. And you deserve to live." As the alien fleets approached, sensors detected strange energy readings. These were not normal patrols. They carried advanced weapons, and their captains were sending encrypted messages back to their leaders. The galaxy was realizing something dangerous. Humans could not be dismissed. Mara's voice cut through the quiet. "Sir, the scouts are moving closer. They're probing, testing, looking for weaknesses." Jaren nodded. "Then we show them we have none. We have the advantage of knowledge, preparation, and unity. And more than that, the courage to fight where others fled." From the distance, a massive alien command cruiser emerged, its engines glowing. This was not just observation. The galaxy was coming to assert control. The humans prepared to meet them on their terms. Rena clenched her fists. "They think they can intimidate us. They don't know what humans are capable of." Jaren surveyed the horizon. "Let them come. Humanity stands unbroken. We fight for the forgotten, for the abandoned, and for every world they thought they could ignore. And we will not fail." The sky over Valerian darkened as alien fleets drew near. The planet's ruined cities shuddered under the distant energy of engines and weapons. The humans' calm determination contrasted sharply with the looming threat. The galaxy had noticed humanity, but it had not yet understood the true strength of those it had once dismissed as weak. And somewhere in the shadows, new threats, awakened by the human presence, stirred. The battle ahead would test humanity like never before. But the message was clear. The galaxy could turn its back, ignore the weak and underestimate humans, but it would never silence them. The stage was set. Humanity would not retreat. Humanity would not surrender. Humanity would strike first and strike smart. And the galaxy would remember. The sky above Valerian was dark with alien ships. Hundreds of sleek, menacing vessels hovered in formation, engines glowing, weapons ready. The humans on the planet's surface and in their ships watched calmly, knowing that retreat was not an option. The galaxy had come to punish them for acting where no one else dared, but humanity would not bow. Captain Jaren stood on the bridge of the human command ship, surveying the massive alien fleet. "They've brought everything," he said. His voice was calm, but his eyes burned with determination. "But numbers alone don't win wars. Strategy, speed, and courage do. And we have all three." Lieutenant Mara ran final scans. Captain, their ships are heavily armed. But there are gaps in their formation. Weak points in their patrol patterns. We can exploit them. Rena checked weapons and shields. I've never seen this many enemy ships in one place, but I like our chances if we hit them smart. Toma added, we can use the terrain to our advantage. Asteroid belts, debris fields, we know this sector better than they do. They'll be blind where we see clearly. Jaren nodded. Then we strike first. We fight not just to survive, but to show the galaxy that humanity cannot be ignored. Prepare all ships for coordinated attack. Stick to the plan. No heroics, precision wins. The alien fleets advanced, energy weapons humming, ready to fire. The humans waited, silent and focused, as the first scouting vessels approached the planet. Then, without warning, the humans struck. Small, fast ships darted through the debris fields, avoiding enemy fire. Mara's navigation skills guided them perfectly, leading them through gaps the alien fleets had not anticipated. Rena's precision strikes disabled weapon systems, while Toma hacked into alien ship controls, creating confusion and chaos. On the planet's surface, Jaren directed ground teams, using the ruined city to stage traps for any forces that might land. The alien patrols were skilled, but they were unprepared for humans who fought with unity, intelligence, and courage. The battle raged across the skies. Explosions lit the darkness, fire and smoke drifting across the ruins below. The alien command cruiser, the largest ship in the fleet, moved forward, attempting to regain control of its forces. Jaren's voice came over the comms. Focus on the cruiser. We disable it, the rest will falter. Mara, guide the attack. Rena, Toma, with me. They executed a daring plan. Using small ships as decoys, they lured the cruiser into a narrow asteroid field. The alien vessel fired wildly, but the terrain worked against it. Mara's navigation led them through every obstacle, while Toma hacked the cruiser's systems remotely. Rena fired concentrated energy bursts at the cruiser's engine core, sending it into overload. Sparks flew, alarms blared, and the massive ship shuddered violently before exploding in a brilliant fireball. The remaining alien ships hesitated, confused and leaderless. Captain Jaren saw the moment of opportunity. Push forward. Strike decisively. Show them what humanity is capable of. Coordinated attacks from the human fleet spread across the remaining enemy ships. Faster, smarter maneuvers, combined with hacking, strategic strikes, and ground-based support, forced the alien fleets to retreat. Slowly, methodically, the human forces drove them back beyond the outer rim. On the planet's surface, the survivors watched in awe. Humans had turned the tide. The galaxy's fleet, once overwhelming, now fled in disorder. The planet had been defended. The survivors were safe. Mara wiped sweat from her brow. We did it, they're retreating. Jaren looked toward the horizon. This is more than victory. This is a message. The galaxy turned its back on this world, but humans answered. We do not abandon those in need. We fight, we survive, and we protect. That is who we are. Rena smiled, exhausted but proud. The galaxy won't underestimate us again. Toma nodded. They've seen our strength, our courage, our strategy. We are not weak. We are humans. The survivors stepped forward, voices trembling with gratitude. Lyra, the child they had saved, looked up at Jaren. Will they come back? Jaren knelt to meet her eyes. Maybe. But we will be ready. Humanity never backs down. We will stand unbroken no matter the challenge. As the sun rose over the ruins, the humans and their allies watched the last alien ships disappear into the distance. Smoke and fire marked the battlefield, but hope and courage burned brighter. Humanity had faced the galaxy, and the galaxy had learned a lesson. No longer would humans be ignored. No longer would abandoned worlds remain forgotten. Humanity stood unbroken, a force to be reckoned with, united by courage, intelligence, and the will to survive. The war for the galaxy had only just begun. But one thing was certain: humans would face every challenge, protect the weak, and rise stronger every time. The galaxy could turn its back, but humanity would always stand tall. And somewhere, deep in the shadows, the echoes of the humans' triumph spread across the stars, a warning to all who doubted: never underestimate what it means to be human.